steal that right in front of me again. I know what you're thinking, man.
I've seen that in operation where once they've chosen you as the mark, like someone will count you as like some charity board and try and get you to sign up to a charity thing, and they're just trying to slow you down. While one of their accomplices will be like trying to get in and go into your bags behind you when you can't actually quite see what's going on. And that one was particularly in Paris. So I don't know if that's like
it's a really thing. Like it's a thing in like the Gare du Nord, especially, and it's become like a big public issue. Like people complain about it loads. And then when you're walking, so we're like walking towards my flat, so past this place called Barbès. But like loads of crews stand outside saying Marlboro, like Marlboro cigarettes, showing weed. But I used to just in the summer, just see people like tourists walking along, like they don't know where they're going, so they got their bags, and you just see people like they've got a backpack, just taking many things. It just happens all the time.
Backpacks are the one, isn't it? I didn't know Marlboro was code for weed.
Well, it's just like if you're selling cigarettes. If there's a guy on the street selling cigarettes and you're looking for weed, you might as well go to him first.
Well, I don't know, man. He's selling something I could get in the shop, man. But
related to that, actually, also, someone who was not me, could have been me, was once at Herne Hill Station, and some guy just come, do you smoke, blah, blah, blah. And says, I've got some nice, there's a sleight of hand, got some hash brown, like shows it. Take it home, it's just some rubber. some black rubber.
I've heard of someone buying hash and then they went home and it was potpourri. And the guy tried to smoke it anyway.
Oregano.
It must be that new type of hash.
Smells good. I was walking through Westminster Bridge, and it's a really tight bridge anyway.
Yeah.
And there at the time there were loads of people there doing that. You know that when they have the 3 cups and you've got to find the ball.
3 card Monty.
They're like, find the ball. That's all you hear through that from the start to the end.
Yeah.
It's like, find the ball. And then it was just so obvious. They were like people who were obviously of the same nationality.
Mate, I must have seen the same guys.
50 quid going,
huh?
I'll give you 50. It's like, at least get someone that's not your cousin, you know what I mean? You'd be like, I'll give you 50. You go, you 50? And then they make it seem that they've won. They've like, oh, this one. Oh, you won. And they give them like the money. Yeah. And nobody was but then everyone was stopping to watch it.
Yeah.
And then I clocked on. I was like, watch your bags to the person I was with. Let's just get through this bridge. And as we walked, we heard loads of people going, where's that grey bag I had? Or someone's like, what? And then someone's like, I didn't touch you. You know? And I was like, oh my God, we need to get over this bridge.
Where was it?
This was right outside Parliament. Westminster Bridge, right outside Parliament.
Welcome to the UK.
Find the ball.
UK politics. Okay, so that's a variation of 3 card Monty, where there's like 2 queens and a queen and 2 blackjacks.
Yeah.
I had almost the same experience, but I didn't even think that they were trying to steal people's bags. This was like on Oxford Street, and that they were like Romanian or something. And
I didn't want to pick out of nationality.
Well, I think I'm quite astute at recognising accents, so I will put money.
What's a Romanian accent, man?
They were Romanian. It's my story, mate.
Opinions of this podcast, you know. Go on.
And they were doing the same thing, and they pretended they were passers-by. And for me, I just looked and I was just like, okay, are you actually really trying to trap people in your little card game? And he would just set it up on the street. And the same way, people were stopping. I can't remember if anyone else tried to play, but people were at least talking to them about it. And then, obviously they just disappear whenever they feel like they're not getting anyone there. I actually think that I spooked them a little bit, because I was just kind of with that knowing look, just looking at them and looking at this guy and looking at this guy, and just like, it's so bait and obvious. What are you actually doing? They love to just pack up their game and run, saying that the police are on the way. And they actually use that exact line. So for me, I was just like,
what was the line?
oh, police, and then they'll just pack it up and go. And that's what they would usually do when people are getting a little bit suspicious. Like probably when people start talking about their bags, they'll say, oh, police, and leave. As in, we're running an illegal game, that's why we're running, rather than we've just hustled you, and that's why we need to get out of here.
The fact it was like such a narrow bridge as well, that's
probably
why
helped.
they picked it. You know, that's why they picked that. And but the fact that their friends who just all had £50 note. Who has a £50 note anymore?
And is gonna bet it?
Exactly. And it's just obviously their mate.
They're just trying too hard. That's what it is. You've got to build up slow and get them intrigued. One more that I like. I can't remember what film this is from. I think it's from Fight Club. Remind me if this sounds familiar.
That through and through.
I do know through and through. It's definitely from Fight Club.
Snowflake.
I was trying to give you a chance to look like the hero, mate. The embarrassing check, where you get people to buy some sort of product so that they've sent their money in, and then you make up an excuse of why that product's no longer available, but then you write them back a check with their return money, but you put some embarrassing name on it, like, I don't know, okay, now I'm trying to think of something PG that I can say, but like Gimps Galore Incorporated, and you send them.
That's my mate. I roll with him.
And you send them their money back with that on the check, like really obvious, and you're kind of hoping that the person doesn't want to go to their bank and say, "Oh yeah, this company paid me some money. Can you cash it in? Can you pay it into my account?" And they're just relying on the people who are too embarrassed to claim that money back.
Gibbs Galore's giving me that money.
But that's what it was based on. Just, are you too embarrassed to ask for it back?
I've heard of that scam with porn
sites or something.
Yeah, because you don't want to, if they're taking loads of money, then especially if they're married or something, then they want to hide it from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you get them. But there was one that I actually think. One time, my friend just invited me to some investment opportunity, and like the way that he phrased it was that, I know you're smart. I just want your opinion on this thing. So we met up and we went over to the place, and then
we were
going in.
Very smart, isn't it?
Well, it depends what I did afterwards. To let you know. And we went to the place, and the guy started his little speech, and then all of a sudden they were like, "If you were here last week, you're on to session 2. Go over here. If this is your first time here, we're gonna talk to you here." Okay. And my mate got up and left. He's like, "What? You've been here before." I was already listening to the speech thinking, "No, these guys sound like they're talking nonsense. I'll hang around and see what they're saying." And he left to go and do his thing, and I was just there.
He just wanted you to be on the pyramid, man.
Mate, it was a pyramid. It was a pyramid scheme, and they were just talking about how I should go out into the street and I should be getting people to invest. I can't remember. It was invest in housing or something like this.
But was it legit? Is this thing legit?
Well, to make it seem legit, you have to pick like a name that people are familiar with. This, Citigroup, Citibank. Yeah. It had something to do with that. So it was like Citigroup Investment, and he kept on mentioning that. But in hindsight, I just think that they probably just made that up. Because why would Citibank need to recruit just randoms off of the street? Exactly. Yeah. And they did their whole speech, and I'm a person where I'll listen through the whole speech, and at the end just say, "No,
I've had my hand in my pocket the whole time. You're not getting through my wallet."
Mate, there were so many people in that room. It was like it was like a conference hall type thing. There were so many people in there. So it was, to me, it was just like a pyramid scheme, and I was like, "Nah, I'm alright. I'm not going to be involved."
Do you guys believe in any of these? These like motivational speakers. Do you know, like, because they're the one they sell out like O2 and stuff, and all they, and then they talk to you for an hour, and then you buy their audio CD and book, and that's how they make their living.
They definitely promote like a feel good moment, like a euphoric kind of feeling. But how long does that last, and how much of it do you put into action? I wouldn't be investing loads of money in that. I think I'm a little bit too aware of what they can offer me and how it's going to make me feel, and rationalising the paying the money to feel like I'm like, nah, it's alright. I'm sure I can get this, or even make it happen for myself without that. It's a good feeling, but you kind of just got to be aware of what's happening around you, isn't it?
Exactly. Because also I can't prove it or whatever, but I know that they tend to stick to the same formula and use like generic things that it feels like it's speaking to you.
Exactly.
Like horoscopes.
Exactly. Like, it's the same ballpark to me.
There was one that I heard of. Well, I listened to a few podcasts that do kind of go through these things, and it was little things like even when they had intermissions, the choice of songs would be things that would pump you up. The choice of songs would be things that would get you feeling like, I'm ready to do this, or like we're the champions, or just really smart, strategically chosen songs, etc. The guy was talking about how there were certain things that he felt pressured to do or to participate in, but he said they were smart about the way that they pressured him, where they would just tell the audience, if the person next to you isn't cheering loud enough, let them know that they should. If the person next to you isn't waving their money in the air, get them to put their hands real high. And it's like that they'll just get the people to put the pressure on themselves. He said that there was one point where they said, you bring some money, we're going to burn your money. But don't worry, it's going to be good for you. We're going to burn your money. So people are coming with stacks of money into like the auditorium.
I'd turn American and just do dollar bills.
Exactly. I think this was an American thing. And it was there. And they even told people in the audience, if there's someone close to you who doesn't actually have any money, give them some of yours. It doesn't matter. We're going to burn it anyway. So it was just that thing to get everyone involved.
I thought you meant there were like plants in there. And then they'll be like, no, give me this one.
People who had really bought into it were just ready to hand over. Well, ready to burn off so much money, you might as well give it to someone else to burn. It got to the but right at the last minute, they're like, no, you don't need to burn it, but we just need to really prove to you your connection to money shouldn't be that strong. When you let go of that connection, a good lesson to learn. Mate, so if your connection to money isn't strong, when I ask you for £1,000 in 2 hours' time, you're happy to hand it over to me. But they know what they were doing. They were priming people for all of this way of thinking.
I was about to give you that.
Exactly. It's once again, it's the confidence thing. Like they really wrap you in. We got to be skeptical, mate. You said it. Like you got to be skeptical to kind of tread that path really, really well.
Like, have you ever seen those like Darren Brown things?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You don't realise until the end that he's been playing you the whole way along. Like, so all these like subtle hints that you're not picking up on, but actually he's directing you to the thing that
he wants you to do.
Exactly.
It's neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. As soon as I found out about it, I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn how to do it, but it's difficult. Plus,
man, I didn't want to do a podcast here.
Exactly. I hit you with the right words. We spoke about pyramid schemes. Did you guys know a Ponzi scheme? And the difference? I don't know what the difference is. Exactly. I wasn't quite sure what the difference was myself. A Ponzi scheme is when you get people to invest money, but you're not actually doing anything with their money, but you would, the first few people, you give them a really high return, like a 50% return on your money. And once word gets out, loads of other people want to invest as well. But you're not actually making any investment whatsoever. But the new people's money, you're using that to pay back the older people. So you're just kind of taking money from one place and putting it somewhere else. And there's quite a few people who are famous for...
But you're saying that you're
saying that you're doing all these investments and everything, but you're really not.
Is it that guy that was in Wall Street, the Wolf of Wall Street? Is that what he was doing?
Wolf of Wall Street? No, his was different. His was about shares and buying really cheap shares and just inflating them and selling them. But the Ponzi is just the person you met on Friday, their money pays back the person you met on Tuesday. Person you meet on Saturday, their money pays back that person.
But you're asking for a bit more from the other person, is it? And how does that...
Not necessarily. It's probably just because you've got more and more people who are coming to you on those days. So new investors, you're using that money to pay back old investors. Obviously taking a big slice off of the top for yourself. And at some point, you just disappear. The pyramid scheme, however, is that everybody that is an investor kind of needs to recruit people themselves. And they get a little bit of that new investor's money directly themselves. And that is just unsustainable. It sustains itself until the pyramid becomes too big, and you don't have enough people on the bottom layer, and then the whole thing crumbles. But yeah, both of these things have been used to take people's money, like in big ways. Bernie Madoff, I'm sure you guys know that name. He had some insurance company. I think it was an insurance company anyway.